The movie begins with George Clooney, who plays the character named Danny Ocean, being released from prison in the first scene and meeting his partner in crime, Rusty, Ryan, in the storyline. Brad Pitt plays the role of Rusty, while Danny is released on the condition that he cannot leave the city, but he defies the law. And in the next scene, we see Rusty and Danny heading towards Las Vegas, California. Here they meet with an old associate, Ruben. There they tell Ruben about a heist plan. Initially, Ruben refuses, but after learning more details, he agrees. Basically, their plan is to rob the three major casinos in Las Vegas, and all three of these casinos are owned by Terry. Ruben has an old rivalry with Terry, which is why he agrees to help them. Along with this, Ruben also finances them. While discussing the plan, they talk about a casino named Palazzo, which is the largest, and the earnings of all three casinos are brought into this one. If we rob this one, we won't need to go to any other casino, and there they make an estimate. $160 million US. In the next scene, we see Danny forming a team, in which people with various specialties are added. Some are experts in security, some know casino management very well, and some are very skilled in handling explosives. All the team members prepare extensively. They keep an eye on the security outside the Bellagio casinos, how many people are there, who comes and goes, when the staff shifts occur, and many other matters. Along with this, they create an exact replica of the Bellagio casino's security vault, so they can break into it and check its security system, ensuring that when they actually go to commit the heist, they face no problems. Here, Terry finds out that his ex-wife, whom he has divorced, is Danny's current girlfriend. Now, since Terry knows about Danny, on the day the heist is supposed to happen, Danny openly goes and sits in the casino so that he comes into everyone's view. As soon as Terry sees him, he becomes suspicious and has Danny caught and locked in a room. Here, a bouncer comes to beat up Danny, but Danny has already made arrangements beforehand. Danny had given a lot of money to that same bouncer, who then helps Danny climb to the roof. From there, we see that some of Danny's team enters the room in such a way that they can reach the security room where the vault is, and it contains a lot of money. Now they have reached the room with the vault. There, they seize the jewelry, and their team gets to work. Now we see that Rusty, who had placed a mobile phone in the court as a test. As soon as it rings, Rusty says, "Let me have a word with you," and talks to Terry. Rusty says that your jewelry has been seized. Now neither can you take the money out, nor can any of your men go inside. So it's better that you give me half the money and keep the other half for yourself. This is your only solution. When Terry looks at his room through the camera, the condition of the room is indeed very bad. He also sees that there are indeed thieves inside the room, and the room is locked from the inside. Now we see that the SWAT team, which is basically a police code, enters here. There is an exchange of gunfire between the SWAT team and the people present inside the jewelry store, and the SWAT team makes a loud explosion here. As soon as the explosion occurs, some of the money inside also gets burned by the blast, and shortly after, the SWAT team leaves from there. Taking his essential belongings, Terry becomes worried and repeatedly looks at the photos from the video, realizing that some time ago he had a blaze drawn on the floor of the jewelry room, which is not present in these photos. Now what happens is that Danny's team's security expert is showing Terry a fake image, which is basically of their training room. And here, Danny and his team have completely fooled Terry. And now we find out that the SWAT team is none other than Danny's own team. And instead of taking their own equipment from those bags, they take Terry's remaining money, and they all leave right in front of them without anyone suspecting a thing, whether the bags contain money or the SWAT team's own items. Now we see that Danny is still locked in the same room with the bouncer where Terry had him confined. Terry is completely convinced that Danny is behind this whole thing, but Danny acts very innocent and denies any involvement in the theft. In anger, Terry hands Danny over to the police because he didn't have any solid evidence. But Danny had broken a law that we learned about at the beginning of the movie. He was not allowed to leave California, yet he was far away in Las Vegas. Now we see Danny's team, because their plan is to split the money equally among themselves after the heist, and they do share it among each other. After a few months, when Danny Ocean completes his sentence and is released, we see Rusty, Woody, and Tess outside the prison, who have come to pick him up, and they go away from there. But Terry still has suspicions, and here we see that some of Terry's men are following them. Terry hasn't forgotten anything. He is convinced that Danny is behind all this. And by following them, he can reach his money. And this is where the movie ends. If you like this movie and its explanation